My honest opinion is this. If for those that are overzealous, like I said, I think there should definitely more classes on the consequences thereof. I'm not saying that people don't have a right to protect their homes. So I don't have a problem in your home. What I don't understand is why people want to carry weapons to the store. Why do you want to carry a weapon to Walmart? Why do I want to carry a weapon to the doctor's office? I don't understand. I'm not knocking them.
Sure.
But I'm saying, and then Florida really scares me because,
Florida scares everybody.
Man, because I'm like, I'm loud. That's who I am. So if I bump into you or whatever and I say, hey man, I'm sorry, and you perceive my sorry as having an attitude and you feel quote unquote threatened and you put a bullet in my chest, that you can feel justified. I don't worry about the court cases. I'm already dead. What I'm worried about is you feeling comfortable enough because of the preceding court cases that I'm going to pull this bad boy. I'm carrying it and I'm pulling it. I'm waiting for somebody to piss me off. I'm waiting for somebody to park in the handicap parking.
And there's some people
exactly.
Yeah.
There's some.
I just don't believe it's an issue of where we can put a law and make it better.
No, I agree with you. So. And I look at it like this. I'll give you a prime example of why. All right. So one of the things, you two, and you seen Vic's car, right?
We're going all over the place.
You seen Vic's car, right?
Oh yeah, flying by me.
The baller car. He's got a baller car.
He's flying by me.
Because I was looking at it. I'm going to talk to you about that later. Anyway, he's got so you two, let's say you two get in the car. You're going to some place, some business venture, whatever the case may be. One of you decides, hey, I need to carry because it's important. We need to be safe. An officer that doesn't know you doesn't see two young men who have impacted their community, who are fathers, who are husbands, who are, who you are. They see two young men, and before you can get out a card that says you have a right to carry, we're dealing with two funerals. Now, my question is, after the fact, how do you go to your significant others? How do you go to your children and say, Dad had a place to go that he felt was so important to carry a gun, and now he's gone? How does the police officer deal with the fact that, man, I didn't know these guys were that great. I didn't know. I just saw them in a nice car with tinted windows. I saw the gun. And once again, remember what his goal is, to go home safe.
Yeah.
He's not a bad person. He just said, hey, I don't know you two.
Right.
I mean, that's the reality. So I'm thinking, if you two had to venture off someplace, where are you going that is so dangerous that one of you decides, man, I better pack my gun.
It's better not to go.
And why? That's the thing.
So why
no,
go?
I'm not going.
Right.
We better zoom this bad boy because obviously wherever we're going is not safe.
Yeah.
Because that's the reality. Now, you have a right, if you say, oh, you have a right to carry. I'm not knocking that. But then again, you have a right to carry, but you have a responsibility to everybody who loves you, who needs you to come home, who needs those factors that come up in life. Either one of you may have never had any problems with the law before. Yeah, never.
It happens.
It's that one time Vic decides his foot gets heavy, going over a little bit over, and the police officer pulls over just to have a conversation. And one of you has a gun on his hip just because. Because you got the right. But your responsibilities outweigh your right, because your responsibility is for both of you to go home. And if we got to go in some places is that dangerous, we're not going. Right. It's the same thing when people talk about, well, if I go on vacation with my family. I'm not taking my family any place that I got to carry a gun. Because if I shoot and somebody else has a gun, they might miss me, but they hit one of my kids. Was it that important?
Right. Wouldn't devil's advocate be, well, I want to be prepared for if something.
Stay home.
Because look, right? I understand. Yeah. That would be devil's advocate, right? I got you. Because look, there's movie theaters.
I got you.
It happens. Schools have it. So
I got you.
And I'm not even saying this is where conversations start being had. Though, is they're going, well, it might happen, and I'm going to be ready for it when it does. But then that also goes hand in hand with the almost like I like to say, if you go out looking for trouble, you're going to find trouble. Yeah. A lot of people got a chip on their shoulder for whatever reason, and the minute somebody disrespects them, and they're ready to like, no, I didn't mean anything by that. Hold on a second, let's not get all worked up. It's already too late. Someone's already So I don't. It's such a dangerous overall situation. And right, it would just make the most sense to just not have the gun. That way, worst case scenario, you don't lose, make one of those bad decisions. But also whenever one of those incidents happen, the reality, and I think you kind of hit on this earlier, is there's no winner. All parties, outside of you maybe being the last one that's living, that if that's your winning, I can only imagine you got to have some sort of nightmares.
You gotta deal with that.
Like there's a lot of stuff.
To me, it's better to get robbed than to know that you killed someone.
Take it, please don't.
Because think about it. Like I said, okay, so we all have, we don't know each other. We're in a store. Everybody in here's got a gun. I'm the bad guy. Okay, you don't know him, you don't know me. I pull my gun. Everybody pulls theirs. Now, did I come in by myself?
Yeah.
Is that my partner?
Right.
Is that my partner? Is that my partner? So the best bet you got is to shoot all of us.
Or run.
Exactly. But if you got a gun and you plan on being, you Superman, whatever, you got to shoot us all.
Yeah.
So you shoot me.
That's when it gets scary.
So who's the bad guy? So we shoot everybody, find out, man, this man he just got his FOIA card. He's trying to go on his people. Right. Now, he might have been insane. He's the one we surely should have watched. And maybe I pulled mine because I saw his gun.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I'm somebody's pawpaw that just went out to get ice cream for the kids.
Yeah.
Now, you didn't ruin their party.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Reality.
I mean,
there's
so many scenarios. And that's even for a police officer. There's some police officers that are advocates for concealed carry. But most, if you talk to them, because if I'm let's say where I'm robbing a place, once again, everybody's got a gun, the police officer comes in, he doesn't know us.
Yeah.
So now, instead of having to deal with one person with a weapon, he's got 4. Once again, his job is to want to go home. And 3 of them, I'm not knocking you guys, just saying, 3 of them aren't trained in being police officers.
Right.
So what are you going to do? I mean, so now he's got a tough, he not only does have a quick decision to figure out which one of us is the bad person, he got to figure out which one of us is not.
Right.